Hi there, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Steven. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I'll be talking a little about the scandal of The Crow. There is a remake coming out from the classic 1994 film starring Brandon Lee, who unfortunately passed away during the making of this film. Um, I always thought you should never touch this film. It should be left alone. Brandon Lee did an amazing job and should be left as that. But of course, everything gets rebooted and The Crow is no different. So we have the new director Rupert Sanders, who has released some images, and we see now the actor Bill Skarsgård as the iconic Crow character. A lot of people weren't impressed. Neither was I. I kind of took it as it looked a little bit of Jared Leto's Joker from the Suicide Squad, but you know what? It's a couple of images. Let's watch the film first. But the original director, Alex Proyas, has really put some bad stuff out there. He said, Eric Draven's having a bad hair day. Next reboot, thanks. And well, at least the stills gave me a good laugh, and I thought they were going to take a dump on Brandon Lee's legacy for a moment. Another director shitting on another director, I don't think is the way to go. I understand it's Preya's film, and he loves that film. It's a classic. Um, but you know what? We only saw a couple of images. Let's watch this movie. I'm not saying it's going to be better than the original, but maybe it will be entertained. And I think he should have just said, you know what? Maybe it's not my take, but let's watch the film because Alex Proyas hasn't done anything great lately. You know, so I don't know what he's talking about. So I was a little saddened to see that, and I said, let's give it a chance. And like I said, in my heart, I know I'm not gonna like it. I don't think I'll like it more than Brandon Lee. I think he was born to play that role, and when he died, that film has become untouchable for me. I don't want to see anybody play. I never even watched the other ones that went straight to video, or I watched a couple of minutes of it and just couldn't do it. Um, but now having years away and apart from it and detached from this movie, I'd like to see where they go with it. And I think Skarsgård is a great actor. I think the way they make him look, I'm questioning, but I'm not going to badmouth anything yet because I haven't seen the movie. And I think that the director Proya shitting on Sanders' take on it. How hard it is to get a film going, how much money it takes, the people. I'm sure none of them took this lightly. They know what they were walking into. No one's gonna sit there and go, let's really shit on Brandon's movie. Let's really destroy the legacy. No one went out to do that purposely. No one in their right mind would want to do that. So I'm hoping that it is better than what we're seeing. I'm not gonna, rip it apart until I see it. Even then, I don't expect it to be better than The Crow. There was, for me, Brandon Lee was that character. You know, Clint Eastwood is Dirty Harry. Arnold Schwarzenegger is the Terminator. Stallone is Rambo or Rocky. Um, you know, and Brandon Lee is the Crow, and that's it. Yes, they're gonna be reboots, but let's give it a chance. Let's watch it. Let's look at it. Let's see what happens. And and again, I understand the images originally are not enticing, but maybe the film overall, maybe if we see why he looks like that, will help us get a better understanding and a better feel for this movie. So before we tear this apart, let's wait for it to come out and give it a fair shot. But that's my take on this. What do you think of this? Have you seen the images? What do you think? I think Skarsgård is a good actor, so I'm gonna have faith that he'll be faithful and do something right with the character. What he looks like may not be what I'm looking for, but I'm sure he'll do a decent job at best portraying this character. So let's give it a shot. Let me know what you think, guys. Love to hear from you. This is Steven with my initial thoughts on the bashing of The Crow.